Let's say you woke up on a normal day, and no one tells you what to do, what to wear, when or what to eat. The bathroom is free whenever you need it, and there's no lingering smell from someone before you. On top of all this, your mom isn't annoyingly telling you to eat more when you're clearly already stuffed. Would you call that freedom or loneliness? Humans didn't always live in isolation or depend on vast systems to meet their needs. In our earliest days, survival depended on self-sufficiency, hunting, gathering, and crafting tools with our own hands. Imagine a person during the Ice Age, armed with little more than stone tools, facing the immense task of finding food, building shelter, and staying safe from predators. However, even then, humans weren't truly alone. There's archaeological evidence from Schöningen in Germany of 300,000-year-old spears, suggesting human cooperation was present even in our earliest of days. As societies evolved, so did cooperation. The Natufian people of the Levant, around 12,000 years ago, were among the first to form semi-permanent settlements, therefore sharing tasks and managing resources collectively. By the time of ancient Mesopotamia, which is today's Iraq, farming communities had established irrigation systems that only worked through coordinated group effort, ensuring food security for everyone involved. However, they didn't do this because it was forced, but because it was efficient. Therefore, communities formed, and with them came a primitive kind of communism, where survival wasn't just a personal battle, but a collective effort. But as societies grew, cooperation began to morph into dependency. Industrialization started as a collective effort to improve efficiency, but turned into systems where we became reliant on others for even the most basic needs: food, water, and shelter. We've traded independence for convenience, but at a cost we're only beginning to understand. The point is, in the past, cooperation wasn't just efficient, it was essential. If you didn't work together, you didn't eat. But today, you can go an entire year without speaking to your neighbors and still have groceries literally delivered to your door.
Let's try HelloFresh.
Hey, it's here.
Technology is replacing cooperation, but it hasn't replaced connection. And without connection, freedom feels more like exile. In modern societies, we find ourselves at a strange crossroads. You have all the freedom in the world, but so does everyone else. And the people in power know this. Social media is the perfect example. We wake up, pick up our phones, and dive into the chaos. A few hours later, and we're left with this hollow feeling, like we've just participated in a race with no finish line. Personally, after years of scrolling through Instagram, I'm finding myself feeling disconnected from my own life. I've experienced the hellish state of mind where I constantly compare myself to others, their vacations, their promotions, their relationships. It is freedom that has given me this opportunity to doomscroll in the first place. But a freedom to browse comes with a price: personal responsibility. Even when you try pulling yourself away from social media, the silence without your phone feels oppressive. However, here's the thing. That loneliness is not just a byproduct of social media. It's the very nature of our modern world. We're given all this freedom, but it's weaponized against us. The famous author and investor Naval Ravikant explains this in a precise way.
Modern life, we're so free, everything's become atomized. We stand alone. You live in your apartment alone. You live in your house alone. Your parents don't live nearby. Your friends don't live nearby. You don't have any tribal meaning. You don't believe in religion anymore. You don't believe in country anymore. It's fine. You got a lot of freedom. It's fantastic. But now, when they come to attack you, you're alone and you can't resist. So how do they attack you? It's all well-meaning. I don't fault capitalism. I love capitalism. But look at how it happens. Social media, they've massaged all the mechanisms to addict you, like a Skinner pigeon or a rat who's just going to click, 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 can't put the phone down. The food, they've taken sugar and they've weaponized it. They've put it into all these different forms and varieties that you can't resist eating. Drugs, right? They've taken pharmaceuticals and plants and they've synthesized them. They've grown them in such a way that you get addicted. You can't put them down. Porn, right? If you're a young male, you wander around the internet, it'll like sap away your libido and you're not going out in real life society anymore because you've got this incredibly stimulating stuff coming at you. Video games, another way to addict people. So you have entire large factories of people that are working to addict you to these things, and you stand alone. So the modern struggle as an individual is learning how to resist these things in the first place, drawing your own boundaries, and there's no one there to help you.
Short gym shorts and no bra? Sure. But now men are staring at you, and you feel scared, and you realize how alone you are in this situation. So you decide to film it and put it on TikTok, creating unhealthy social outrage as a consequence. Don't like any vegetables? Sure, eat whatever you want. But now you're fat and miserable and alone, and people aren't as attracted to you anymore. Can't bother to give women on your level a chance because they don't look like porn stars? Fine, just stare at a screen alone in darkness. This is the modern struggle. Endless choices, but no one to guide us through them. This is what the sociologist Emil Durkheim calls anomie, which means normlessness. Nowhere is this concept more evident than on dating apps, where thousands of potential matches are just a swipe away, and the rules of courtship that guided our ancestors no longer apply. Instead, we're left navigating an ocean of options without a map, wondering why the majority of people on dating apps are frustrated, including women, by the way, who are the ones with the most amount of options on dating apps. The modern struggle consists of no safety nets, no limits, no guidance. We can blame systems or society all we want, and most people do. However, the truth is this. The fight against these modern dangers isn't a group effort anymore. It's personal. It's you, alone, staring down the distractions, the indulgencies, unrealistic ideals. No one is going to stop us from scrolling endlessly through the lives of people we'll never meet. No one will tell us when to put our PlayStation controller down, to eat our broccoli, to limit our freedom. The freedom generations before us fought so hard for. Therefore, reclaiming your attention is the ultimate act of rebellion. And maybe, just maybe, that's the real price of freedom. The courage to resist it.